Skinny Hardaway 7T, back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor, y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, I greatly appreciate you sliding through. If it's your first time, do your boy solid. Don't make it your last time. Hit that subscription button. We talk this good boxing, sports, parlays, predictions, MMA, football, basketball, collegiate, amateur, and professional every single day, not just today. Today I'm here with a boxing EP, right? Just a little something that's been on my mind. I'm gonna try not to stay here too long. You know what I mean? This can go anywhere from 8 minutes to about 30, right? No, I want to go no longer than about 30 or an hour because I do want to come and talk about these Wednesday night fights that we got today, and I don't want to wait. You know what I mean? Too late because last time I waited on the Wednesday night fights, them jumps went away on me, and I was pretty upset about that, right? But I do want to, talk about some before we get into, the Wednesday night fights, right? And I want to address something, right? Let me bring this Bama up. I want to address something. Let me cut out a couple more of these. I want to address something real quick. It's pertaining to boxing, right? In boxing, right? We all know about classic championship fights, right? We all know about classic championship fights. What's good? Shout out my guy Gerald Fitz, my girl Shay girl. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Shay. Let me drop the stamp because Shay stamped. Shout out my girl Shay girl, my guy Ray Book. What's good, Ray? Appreciate y'all folks sliding through this thing, right? But I digress, right? So we all know in boxing, a good old championship fight, right? Where you got one champion versus another champion, right? Or you have a reigning champion versus a contender, right, for the championship title. But there are instances in boxing, right, where fights happen for vacant belts, where nobody is the champ, right? Where nobody is the champ, and two contenders are fighting to be, the champion of the division. In cases like that, right, normally what happens is the champion of the division, he either got his belt taken from him or he moved up to a new weight division and his belt became open. It became an open belt, and they put on a competition between the two top contenders for the champion's open belt. Now, instances happen where the champion willingly gives up his belt and moves on, right? And instances happen where the champion refuses to fight the next person in line, right? And, he's forced to give up his belt, right? I want to use certain people in particular with this EP, right? I want to use certain people in particular with this EP. Mainly, now this has been going on for the longest. There's been champions fighting for vacant titles, right? For the longest. There have been guys appointed champions, under circumstances for the longest, right? But sometimes it gets misconstrued on exactly why and what happened, right? So I want to use I want to use certain people in particular, right? And in this case, and really where this came from, right? This is in the wake of, Bud Crawford being stripped of his 147 pound title, right? But Bud being stripped of his 147 pound title, this isn't the first case where this has happened, right? This has happened to Devin Haney, right? And this has also happened to Jamal Charlo, right? Where one guy's belt is taken away, or one guy's belt is stripped, right? Or they deem one guy, champion in recess, right? It's also happened to Manny Pacquiao, right? Or they deem a guy champion in recess and their belt becomes vacant and the fight is put on for said vacant belt. Now, some people understand that, it's boxing, it happens. Sometimes fighters move up, right? Sometimes fighters get hurt, right? And their belts become vacant. And in other cases, some fighters chose, whatever the circumstances may be, just chose not to fight the guy, right? And they have their belts taken. I give you an example. Keith Thurman had a couple belts stripped from him, and he stayed in his same divisions, and there was just new champions appointed fights, on vacant belt fights and whatnot, right? So Keith Thurman is a champion who vacated a belt in his division, stayed in that division, and continued to fight, right? Under normal instances, you have guys drop their belt, vacate their belts because they move up in divisions, right? For example, Shakur Stevenson vacated his belt at the 130-pound division, right? Because he moved up to 135 to compete at a different division. So Emmanuel Navarrete, right, ended up fighting for Shakur Stevenson's vacant belt, right? And he ended up fighting for Shakur Stevenson's vacant belt, right? So what I'm here right now, right? Some people in the midst of Bud Crawford getting his belt stripped away from him, some people deem Jerome Boots Ennis as, the quote unquote email champion, right? Kind of like when Lomachenko had his belt taken away, right? But instead of taking away, right, what they said was, Lomachenko got promoted to franchise champion. They created a whole nother belt for Lomachenko, but at the roots of it, the basis of what happened to Lomachenko is, right, he got his title taken away, right, and his belt became vacant, right? So when Lomachenko's belt became vacant, they issued Lomachenko's belt to the next challenger in line, which was Devin Haney. Now, a lot of people, like they're doing right now to Jerome Boots Ennis, a lot of people call what's good, Daryl Alexander. Shout out my guy, Daryl Alexander. Just like they're doing to Jerome Boots Ennis right now, a lot of people call Devin Haney the email champion, right? Now, I'm going to explain what this email champion thing really means, right? They call you the email champion. I explain vacant titles and how they work. Champion leaves, contenders come in, they fight, right? Now let me explain the email champion to y'all. The email champion is a term used when instead of having a title fight set for a vacant title, right? Instead of having a guy who is not a champion fight a guy who is not a champion for a vacant belt that a guy may have left because he moved up in the division, right? Instead of having this contender fight this contender for a vacant belt, the email champion term comes from when a fighter either leaves the weight class or he gets injured or he takes time off, right? Champion in recess. The email champion terms comes in when instead of having two guys who are not champions still, right? A guy who's not a champion versus another guy who's not a champion. Instead of having those two fight for a vacant title and crowning the champion, email champion, that term when the belt is issued to the next fighter up in line. So if, for example, if I'm about to fight you being the person listening, if me and you are scheduled to fight, right? I'm the champion, you're the challenger for my belt. I, for some reason, say I don't want to fight you no more. I'm moving up to the 100, and I'm moving up to the cruiserweight, right? I'm going from 175 to cruiserweight. I don't want to fight you no more, right? And they say, well, because the champion, right, didn't fight you, the number one contender, they make the number one contender the champion right off the bat. you don't necessarily have to go fight for a vacant belt, right? It's not you versus another contender for a vacant belt. D Free, what's good, D Free? Appreciate you sliding through. Y'all hit that thumbs up. It's not you versus another contender for a vacant belt. Essentially, they just give you the title. They say you're the champion, and in your next title fight, when you come out in that title fight and you win your next fight, effectively they make you the champion right then and there. So it's like the email champion is when the number one contender, right, earned his spot to get at the top of the list, and for whatever reason he couldn't fight the champion, so they issued him the belt anyway, right? And that's the term email champion, right? So traditional championship fights, right? You got a champion versus champion or a champion versus a contender. You come in, if the contender beats the champion, he's the new champion, right? If the champion wins, he's still reigning champion. You got another situation, right, where there is no champion, right? There's a contender versus a contender with a vacant belt, and whoever wins that fight is considered the new champion. And you have another, right, where they issue the belt to the number one contender, right? And he starts acting as champion effective immediately. So in his next fight, if he wins, then he goes home with that championship title. If he loses his next fight, then his opponent goes home with that championship title, right? So I asked the question, vacant champions versus email champions, right? Now, vacant champions have been going on for the longest. Email champions is a term, right, that we use today, but quote unquote email champions have been around for the longest. This isn't the first time, right, that a title was that a champion was put in recess, right, and the title was issued. It's just that these days the term email champion, it comes from, you know, when somebody, the term email champion really came from a group of people, right? The term email champion normally is brought up when the champion didn't want to fight the opponent that's being issued the belt, right? And I'm going to say that again. I'm going to try to explain it a little better, right? So the term email champion, it's a real term, right? And it's been happening for a while, except we wasn't calling the email champion as a joke, right? It just was what it was. If a person moves up, the challengers issued the belt. But you call them email champion when you want to defame, when you want to take some of that luster out of the new champion, right? Most times when a guy is saying that another guy is an email champion, it probably was his belt that got taken, or it probably was their favorite fighter's belt that got taken. For example, the term email champion, right? A lot of people think, right, it was born with Devin Haney and Lomachenko. That was the second instance where in today's time, right, where a belt was issued to a fighter instead of having them fight for it, right? So I'm going to use Canelo Alvarez and Jamal Charlo, right? This is the first instance where I seen somebody say, that's an email champion. Jamal Charlo was issued the exact same belt that Canelo Alvarez had at the 160-pound division. Jamal Charlo earned his 160-pound title because it was issued to him by the WBC because the title had become vacant because the champion before him decided to leave the division, right? So a lot of people said, oh, well, Jamal Charlo didn't win his belt because it was given to him, right? So he didn't win it. He's the email champion, right? And I'm going to pause it right there because how did we get here, right? So in order for Jamal Charlo to have been issued his belt to even be called the email champion, right? The belt at some point had to be vacant, right? We can't issue a belt if somebody owns that belt. That means you got to fight for it. The only way we can issue you a belt is if they decide to relinquish their belt or they decide not to fight for it, right? So this first, how did we get here? So how did we get to Jamal Charlo being this quote-unquote email champ? Well, the first thing was Canelo had to decide that I don't want to keep my 160-pound belt no more. So Canelo got rid of his 160-pound belt. Now, people could say it was just time for Canelo to move up, right? Or people could say, well, Jamal Charlo was next in line for your belt. You fought the other mandatories. When it came to Jamal Charlo, you decided to vacate the belt, right? So that's how Jamal Charlo became the champion, because Canelo decided that he didn't want the belt anymore. He wanted to move on and do other things, right? So that's what Canelo did. He moved on and he did other things. So why am I going to knock Jamal Charlo? Because Canelo Alvarez decided to move on and do other things. So now Jermell Charlo is a champion at 160 because Canelo Alvarez decided not to fight him. So rightfully so, Jamal Charlo is now the champion at 160. So how is Jamal Charlo, right, getting his belt any different from, let's just say, Bud Crawford fighting for a vacant belt at the 140-pound division? If Adrian Broner relinquishes the belt and he moves up to the 147-pound division, Bud Crawford steps in and he fights for a vacant title belt, right? That's exactly the same as if they said, okay, Bud Crawford, you're the champion, and he fight the same guy for the title and he win. As long as you win that next fight after they issue you the belt, that's considered your title fight. That's your title defense. It's the same as fighting for a vacant belt, except most times when it's that vacant belt fight, right, it's a scrub anyway, right? Most times it's a scrub anyway. There are instances where you have two good fighters fight for a vacant belt, right? You got Navarrete, who's about to fight for a vacant belt. If I'm not, you got Navarrete who's about to fight for Shakur Stevenson's old belt, right? Shakur Stevenson's old belt. Navarrete is about to fight for his belt tomorrow, vacant title fight. Nobody's going to call Navarrete an email champion, right? Nobody's going to call Navarrete an email champion. You know what I mean? Because he fought for a vacant title. Vacant titles and issued champions have been happening since the beginning. What the truth behind it is, right? The email champions, right? The vacant champions and email champions, I asked the question, are they the same? You could look at them and say the same, but when you really get down to it, they are different. They are a little different. I'm going to tell you why actually the quote-unquote email champion holds more weight than a vacant championship, right? Because a lot of times when you're fighting for vacant championships, a lot of times, not all the time, it's normally a guy, it's a big lopsided A side versus the B side, who more than likely, who's going to win and who's going to lose that fight, right? But when you get issued a belt, 9 times out of 10, the email champion, he got that belt because somebody decided not to fight him. Somebody thought, you know what, I still got the belt in my possession, right? I'm just not going to fight him. When you get emailed a belt, right? That means that person decided to just not fight you at all. When the belt is vacated, that means that person probably left the division or he got champion in recess, right? That means he was hurt and he couldn't compete. When somebody is issued a title, that means that 9 times out of 10, that person who had the belt before him just decided not to fight that person. Look at everybody who has been issued a belt. Look at everybody who was considered an email champion and ask yourself, how did they get here? There's a backstory to everybody that you will want to call an email champion. There is a story to how they got there every single time, right? Email champion, Jamal Charlo. How did Jamal Charlo get there? Canelo decided, I'm not going to fight Jamal Charlo for whatever reason. You can say Jamal Charlo didn't deserve it. You can say Jamal Charlo was a bum. You can say Canelo wanted to move up and chase greatness, right? But for whatever the reason is, Jamal Charlo became champ because Canelo decided not to fight him. Devin Haney, you could say for whatever reason you want to say, Lomachenko didn't want to fight Devin Haney because he was going to fight T.O. for a belt. Lomachenko didn't want to fight Devin Haney because Devin Haney didn't make enough money, right? Lomachenko didn't want to fight Devin Haney because Devin Haney didn't deserve a shot, but he was the #1 contender, right? So because Lomachenko didn't want to fight Devin Haney for whatever reason, he didn't want to fight him, right? Devin Haney became champion, quote unquote, email champ. So for whatever reason, Canelo didn't want to fight Jamal Charlo. Charlo became champion. Y'all called him email champion. For whatever reason it was, Lomachenko didn't want to fight Devin Haney. Devin Haney became champion. Y'all called him email champion, right? Bud Crawford and Jerome Businis. For whatever reason it is, and we really don't know the reason Bud, gave up his belt, right? But Bud indeed gave up his belt. Now, it could be because he wants to fight Errol Spence again, right? But for whatever the reason is, right, people got no right to call Jerome Businis the email champ because Bud Crawford, for whatever reason, decided that I don't want this, that I'm going to give up my strap. For whatever the reason is, right, we got to put some respect on these email champions because I personally believe that the email champions, quote unquote, hold more weight. I personally believe that the email champions hold more weight than fighting for a vacant championship, depending on who you fight. For example, O'Shaquie Foster fought Ray Vargas for his vacant championship. That title fight holds a bunch of weight, right? Jamal Charlo got his belt because Canelo didn't want to fight him. Boots got his belt because Bud decided not to fight him. Devin Haney got his belt because Lomachenko decided not to fight him. Instead of us cracking on the guys who are becoming the quote-unquote email champ, we should be mad at the people who decided not to fight them because that took away a big fight opportunity for us to fight. Now, if your reason is good, then your reason is good. It is what it is, right? But for whatever the reason was, in order for somebody to become email champion, I feel like that holds more weight than a vacant title because for a vacant title, somebody probably left the division, right? But for you to be appointed a champion, that means somebody decided not to fight you, right? So when you get down to it, it's basically the same thing. Why we want to separate the two? Oh, this guy is the email champion. Well, that dude fought for a vacant title, right? It's not really a big difference because you still got to have a fight in your next fight. You're not going to be the email champion if you lose your next fight, right? So you got to go out there, you got to fight, you got to win. I've been seeing a lot of people win vacant championships fighting nobodies, right? Those are what I call title holders, right? Title holders. O'Shaquie Foster beat Ray Vargas. He's not a title holder. He beat a champion. He beat a championship level fighter. You know what I mean? That the real reason the email champion got 1 time the money and is already reserved for fighters back by the big four. Shout out my guy Lonzo. Lonzo, appreciate you sliding through this thing. Lonzo, do your boy a favor. Lonzo, hit that thumbs up for your boy and subscribe to the channel. I don't know if it's your first time. Do your boy solid. Don't make it your last time. He's in email channel costs 4 times. This man said the email championship costs 4 times the money and it's only reserved for fighters backed by the big four. The actual email championship, right? The belt in itself, the actual email championship don't even exist no more, which is the franchise belt, because Devin Haney put that franchise belt to bed, right? They want to say they're email champions, right? Quote unquote, Jamal Charlo, Devin Haney, and Boots, right? They want to call them email champions, but the actual email champions, right? The actual email, exactly, Jay Gill, nigga try to. And right, Jay Gill, the actual email champions, right, are the franchise champions. Everybody who is considered a franchise champion, right? Canelo, Lomachenko, Canelo, Lomachenko. It's another Canelo, Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, right? The franchise champions are actually the email champions. Those are the guys who was given a belt that was created. If that's what my brother Lonzo talking about, then yeah, I agree. But the actual guys who are issued the belts, right? Those are the real champions. And I put more weight on the guy who is issued his belt because that means the guy decided not to fight you for you to be issued their belt, right? Your vacant championship title fight can be set up. You could be set up in your vacant title fight to fight a scrub. You could be set up in your vacant title fight to match up with somebody who ain't worth nothing. You could be set up in your vacant title fight to lose, right? You know what I mean? If you the B side, right? But in order for a guy to be considered an email champion, the real email champions are the franchise title holders. Lomachenko got emailed his franchise belt because it's not a real belt. Teofimo Lopez won the same belt. That belt got issued to Lomachenko because it's not a real belt. The franchise title. Devin Haney put that franchise title to bed. The franchise champion no longer exists. The real email champions were the franchise champions. So if your favorite fighter ever had a franchise title, right, it's probably because he actually didn't want to fight somebody. Now, Bud has never had a franchise title, right? But to call Jerome Boots Ennis an email champion is wild because actually the people who get those belts, quote unquote, emailed to them, somebody decided not to fight them, right? And the moment Bud Crawford step in that ring and he fights somebody and he wins, right? That's a title defense because he is indeed the champion. If the champion won't fight you, there's nothing you can do about it. What was Boots supposed to say? I don't want the belt. What was David supposed to say? I don't want the belt. What was Jamal Charlo supposed to say? I don't want the belt. And Jamal Charlo actually did say, I don't want the belt. People forget, people got real short memories and shit. Their brain don't quite go that far back, right? People don't remember what's good, guy. People don't remember, right? Jamal Charlo actually did say, what's this? He said, that's the belt. You the champ. He was like, oh, so what belt Canelo got? That was like they gave Canelo the franchise belt. He was like, oh, well, I want that belt then. You know what I mean? People forget Jamal Charlo was confused. That was the first person that they popped that up on. Jamal was like, so I'm just a champ? He was like, I thought I was going to fight Canelo. They was like, nah, Canelo moving up. They giving him the franchise belt. He was like, oh, well, I want the franchise belt then. You know what I mean? The franchise belt is the actual email championship. So Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko, Canelo Alvarez, those are actually the real email champions. A vacant champion, and the correct term will be when an issued champion. They issued the belt to Jamal, to Devin, to Boots, right? They could have easily said, okay, we're going to stick you in there. Your next opponent, we'll make it a vacant title fight. What's the difference from them saying, okay, Boots, your next fight going to be for a vacant title? And them saying, Boots, since you number one, we giving you the strap. Go do your thing. There's absolutely no difference in the two. There's absolutely no difference in the two. You know what I mean? Right? What's the difference in them saying, okay, Devin Haney, we gonna put you in the ring with this vacant guy, and y'all gonna fight for this title that Lomachenko didn't want to fight you for. Okay, Boots, we gonna put you in the ring with this vacant guy, and y'all go fight for the title that Bud didn't want to fight you for. Okay, Jamal, we gonna put you in the ring with this vacant guy, right? And y'all go fight for the title that this guy didn't want to fight you for. If you are already the number one contender, why can't I just give you the belt, right? And let you go do your thing. My guy Trap said, email champs, I bet because in previous fights they won the interim champions, people respect the vacant more because they fought for the actual belt, whereas email champs are elevated. Right. And exactly what I'm saying, Trap. Why were they elevated? How did we get here? Shout out my guy Demetrius Bright. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Demetrius Bright. Glad y'all can make it. Pimp. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on in. Shout out my guy Trap. Exactly, Trap. So they were elevated. How do you get elevated? Why did you get elevated? You got elevated because somebody decided that they didn't want to fight you, right? Somebody decided that they didn't want to fight you, so they elevated you. And what I'm saying is, I put more respect on that than you fighting for a vacant title. A vacant title could be against a scrub. They could literally put you in there with a scrub when you're a vacant title. That happens all the time. A lot of these dudes are champions because they fought for vacant titles against nobodies, right? You are only elevated when somebody decided not to fight you. Why did they get elevated? How did we get here? Who was the champion? Anytime you see a fighter get elevated, ask yourself, who was the champion before him? That should be the question that we ask, that people are asking themselves. That should be the question that boxing asks themselves. Well, who was the champion before you? How did you get here? How could, right? Who was before you, right? And so if I'm calling this dude an email champ because he was elevated, so that means every fight that he has, I'm just going to ignore it because he got elevated there one time, right? So he got elevated, so his next fight, I'm going to ignore it. So he's not the champ because he got elevated. He said people on in his head because most feel Doug Bud because his fighter said they turned down the fight because they were loyal to Showtime. So Trap. If Jerome Boost Ennis turned down the fight, right? How come Bud couldn't keep his belt? Right? Now, if that is true, right? Now, we all smart in here. Right? I'm putting it on the screen, right? We all smart in here, right? If Bud Crawford offered Jerome Boost Ennis a fight and Jerome said no, he would still have his belt because Jerome Boost Ennis would have turned down the fight. He would lose his status. It would have been Jerome who lost his status. He said that was for the WBO. Well, we ain't talking about WBO. We're not talking about WBO, bro. So that don't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. How did we talking about the IBF? How did we get here? How did we get here? How did we get here? How did Boots become Boots ain't the WBO champ? Boots is the IBF champ. That means Bud Crawford had to fight him. It wasn't gonna be no negotiations. It wasn't gonna be no negotiations. He was gonna have to fight him under the IBF rules. So how did we get here? That's the question. Shout out my guy D-Man. Appreciate you sliding through this thing. So how did we get here? Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time. I guess I'm going to go on this joint an hour. Appreciate y'all folks sliding through. We're in there having us a conversation. What's the difference, man? Are they the same? And how did we get here, right? Your vacant champion, we could talk about all the vacant champions in the world. We could talk about all the quote-unquote email champions in the world, right? People in the boxing world, people tend to forget about context. People tend to forget about what's surrounding the factors that led us to this conclusion. You know what I mean? How did we get here, right? If your guy is a vacant champ or your guy is an email champ, how did we get here? Who was the champ before Jerome Booth Ennis got his belt? Who was the champ before before Devin Haney got his belt? Who was the champ before Jamal Charlo got his belt? Now we want to call them email champs. Now this the first time, bro. He said Devin and Mal are legit though, right? But I just saying people call them email champs, right? I just saying people call them email champs. So how do you become an email champion? You know what I mean? And that don't got nothing to do and God body. Shout out my guy from the view. Shout out my guy God body. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Let you two know that we live. Right. And then look, the whole time, God body, that don't got nothing to do with the IBF. What they talking about, what back then don't got nothing to do with the IBF. What they talking about right then and there don't got nothing to do with the IBF. That's WBO business. This is IBF business. This is a whole new sanctioning body. If Bud wanted to keep his belts, he'll be fighting Jerome Booth Ennis. If Bud and Jerome Booth Ennis, if Bud agreed to fight Jerome, he would have never got stripped. You know what I mean? He would have never got stripped. People want to make it seem like this is new. People getting issued belts. People been getting issued belts throughout the history of boxing. I guarantee you, look at the history of some of those belts. Your fighter was issued a belt at some point in time. You realize y'all niggas love Jack Johnson. media driven as y'all know. Jack Johnson was the first white goddamn like. Y'all know Jack Johnson was the first. Uncle Tom, goddamn, he was the first accepted brother. You know what I mean? He was the first accepted one type deal. Y'all pushed Jack Johnson through the roof. Y'all know Jack Johnson was issued a title. He was the first guy. He was handed the goddamn title because he lost the fight before that, right? He lost the fight before that for the Negro belt, and then they issued him this new belt and made the new belt official. That shit sound like some crooked ass shit, right? But that's boxing. But I digress. Jack Johnson was issued, bro. This shit been going on for the longest. To pretend that nowadays, right? It really started because of Jamal Charlo. If we being honest, it started because of Jamal Charlo. Jamal Charlo is the one where they emailed because people hate Jamal Charlo so much and they love Canelo Alvarez so much, right? So much. What can we say to make this seem right? Because we've been telling these people that Canelo will beat Jamal. Canelo not scared of Jamal. Jamal don't deserve a shot. He not ducking Jamal, and then Canelo poof jumped up and left again. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna say Jamal Charlo didn't fight for his belt. He didn't fight Canelo for that belt. That belt fake. That's the fake belt. They just gave it to him. He ain't fighting champ. But how did Jamal Charlo get Canelo's belt? How did he get the belt to be? Why you think Jamal Charlo holding on to that belt so long? Remember. Y'all don't remember. Why y'all think he held on to that belt so long? Remember where that belt came from. Remember who was the last person? Who was the last person with Jamal Charlo belt? Who was the last person with Jamal Charlo belt? Real question. Real question. I want answers, right? I want answers. Who was the last person with Jamal Charlo belt? Anybody know? Anybody know? Anybody know? The last person that had Jamal Charlo belt. How long Charlo been champion? Who was the last person that had Jamal Charlo? What? I need some Jeopardy music in this joint. There you go. Now ask yourself, right? Real question. No funny business, no trick questions. If Canelo was the last person with his belt, how did Jamal Charlo get the belt in the first place? Now, whatever, like real answers. Did Canelo lead a division? Shout out my guy, Bet Hunter. Did Canelo lead a division? Did Canelo get injured? What happened? What happened with Canelo? How did Jamal get the belt? Right? Why didn't Canelo fight Jamal? What did Canelo do? How did we get here? How did we get here, dog? What did he do? Right. The franchise champion is the email champion. They literally created a belt, and y'all call Jamal. Hey, y'all. Now y'all feeling me, dog. Now y'all feeling me. Email game, franchise boy. They created a belt for Canelo, and y'all call Jamal the email champ. Jamal had the real strap, and y'all calling the people with the real straps Jamal, Devin, Boots. The funny part is these Bud fans, they Boots fans too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all against Earl thing. You know, Boots want to fight. Boots want to fight Earl. Bud want to fight Earl. You know, Earl big fish in the division. He was big fish, right? So it's still an Earl thing, right? Boots and Bud's fans, right? They at a crossroads right now. They're at a crossroads right now, right? Because now they starting to bump heads with each other, right? Now they starting to bump heads with each other. You know what I mean? It's getting twisted right now. It's getting confusing. It's getting confusing for them right now. You know what I mean? But Jamal Charlo got the real belt. Devin Haney got the real belt. Jerome Boots Ennis got the real belt. And those are the guys that y'all calling email champs. I'm consistent with what I say, with what I do. I've been consistent the same way. It's just that right now, Jerome Boots Ennis happened to be, you got the short end of the stick. Now he the email champ because the nigga didn't want to fight him. And that's crazy. What did Canelo Alvarez do? What did Canelo Alvarez do for Jamal Charlo to get that belt? He left the division, right? What did Lomachenko do for Devin Haney to get his belt? He said, nah, I don't want to fight him. Y'all can have it. I'm going to go fight T.O. So they stripped him. Devin Haney got the belt, and they gave him the franchise belt. They created the franchise belt for Canelo. They said it was only for Canelo. When Devin got the Lomachenko, they said, okay, it's for Devin Haney too, right? They said you couldn't pass it just in case they lost it, right? T.O. won it, and they said, okay, you could pass it because we'll let T.O. have it. Devin Haney won it. He beat Kambosos beat T.O., right? They let Kambosos have it because he in the system too. The franchise belt. Y'all notice how the franchise belt is no longer a thing. Y'all notice that? Why is the franchise belt no longer a thing? How did we get here? The email champs, right? The email champs. How did we get here? When did the franchise belt? Y'all know the franchise belt is obsolete. Why is the franchise belt obsolete now? Because the real champion got the fucking belt, so it ain't no reason to have a franchise belt no more. I'm going to say that again. I'm going to say it slow. Because the real champion has the belt now, Devin Haney, right? And there's no reason to have a franchise belt no more. What Devin Haney gonna do? Walk around with 2 WBC belts? The email champions are the franchise champions, literally. They created that belt to give it to fighters who didn't want to fight other fighters. For whatever reason it was. They want to move up, whether it was a legit reason or an illegitimate reason, right? For whatever reason, they didn't want to fight those guys, so they created them a belt to save face, so they wouldn't have to say we stripped them. What they said was we elevated them to franchise champion. So they wouldn't have to say we stripped them. We elevated them to franchise champion, right? So they wouldn't have to say we stripped them. They elevated them to franchise champ. But you see, the franchise belt is obsolete now because real champions got the straps, right? But I digress. Teofimo Lopez was never undisputed. Teofimo Lopez, George Kambosos was never undisputed because they had that franchise title. Lomachenko has never been undisputed because they had that franchise title. Devin Haney is the only guy at 135 that's been undisputed. Check the record books. And he's the one that had the quote-unquote email championship. Jamal Charlo has had that 160-pound belt ever since Canelo had it. And people still ain't answered me why Canelo and Jamal never fought, but Jamal Charlo is the middleweight champion, right? And then you probably gonna say, duh, because Canelo moved up, right? So that means he moved up right when Jamal became next in line, which is why Jamal became the champion. So if Canelo didn't move up, that means he would have fought Jamal Charlo. But he decided to move up. So it ain't Jamal's fault that Canelo decided to move up. It ain't Devin's fault that Lomachenko decided to fight Teofimo Lopez and your time ran out on your belt, right? So I got I run something else by y'all, something that I ain't hit on just yet. Shakur Stevenson. Y'all thought I was done. I'm just getting started, right? Shakur Stevenson has fought for a lot of vacant titles. Not a lot of vacant titles, right? But Shakur Stevenson is about to fight for a vacant title Saturday. right? He's about to fight for a vacant title Saturday. He's about to fight for Devin Haney's vacant title. Now, what reason? How is Shakur eligible to fight for Devin Haney's vacant title? Because Devin Haney is about to fight at the 140-pound division. He about to fight at Reach Progress. So that means that Devin Haney moved up, right? So Shakur Stevens is about to fight Edwin De Los Santos for a vacant championship right now. So you telling me that Jerome Boost Ennis, if Jerome Boost Ennis had a fought Cody Crowley for his belt tomorrow, right, Shagar? Tomorrow. So you telling me if Jerome Boost Ennis had a fought Cody Crowley in a random fight, right? Now, De Los Santos is not a champion, right? De Los Santos not a champion. Shakur not a champion, right? So they're about to fight for a vacant title. So how is that any different from them saying, okay, Shakur, you're the champion, and your first title fight is against Edwin De Los Santos, right? So what y'all telling me is because they said not a champion, y'all fight and become a champion. That's more legit than saying, okay, the best fighter in the division, Shakur Stevenson, right? You probably the best fighter in the division. We know you number one. You next up, okay? So just here, you get your belt and you just fight Edwin De Los Santos. How is that any different from them saying no champion, y'all fight to be champion? They say, okay, Shakur, you a champion, fight Edwin De Los Santos, who next up in line. It's the same shit. So what y'all saying is Shakur Stevenson, right, is a real champion because he fight Edwin De Los Santos. He's not a champion. Edwin De Los Santos has never been a champion. He got losses already. He's never been a champion. So y'all telling me that Shakur Stevenson is more of a champion because he fighting a guy who never been a champion over Devin Haney, who was supposed to fight Lomachenko, who decided not to fight him, right? Now, Lomachenko is different from Shakur Stevenson's situation, right? Because Devin Haney left his division, right? Canelo left his division, right? So those situations are different from Lomachenko, who stayed in his division laterally, right? He stayed in his division laterally. So those situations are a little different, right? And even in those two situations are different because Canelo Alvarez, right? Devin Haney already made it known, right, that I'm probably moving up after this fight. Devin Haney said, right before his fight, right? Or right after his fight, right? I'm going up to fight Prograis, right? Canelo Alvarez, him moving up was like out of left field. Like we had no clue, right? We thought we was about to get Jamal versus Canelo because that's what everybody was. That was the feel around boxing at that time. Oh, we about to get Jamal versus Canelo. Jamal next up. This fight is the title eliminator. This eliminator means that he got to fight Canelo next. That was the feel around that fight. The feel wasn't for Shakur and Devin. Oh, he gonna fight Shakur next. Devin wasn't even in that division, right? Devin wasn't even in that division Shakur wasn't even in that division when Devin was fighting Kambosos and Lomachenko and them, right? He was already tied up into that. So even those situations are similar but different, right? But those are similar in the fact that both those guys moved up. Lomachenko stayed in his same division and decided not to fight Devin Haney. You know what I mean? So Lomachenko ain't got no out whatsoever, right? But we got to ask ourselves, man, how did we get here, right? So Shakur is about to fight for a vacant title tomorrow. He about to fight for a vacant title tomorrow. So is Navarrete and Robson Conceição. So y'all telling me Robson Conceição, who's never been a champion, right? Navarrete should get more credit for fighting Robson Conceição, who's never been a champion, than he would have got if they just said, okay, Navarrete, you the champ, fight Robson. So Shakur should get more credit for fighting Edwin De Los Santos rather than they would have said, okay, Shakur, you the champ, fight Edwin De Los Santos. It's the same shit. You know what I mean? Email champion, really, like I said earlier, email champion only comes from people, fighters, who didn't want to fight other fighters. You only heard the term email champ, right, when your favorite fighter decided he didn't want to fight somebody. So now you got to save face. That's really where that comes from, right? You say that to shame the fighter with the belt, but you forget that the fighter with the belt is indeed the fighter with the actual belt. And the fighter before him decided not to fight him, which is how he got the belt. Vacant champions versus email champions. Are they the same? I feel like they are the same and they're different at the same time. They're the same in the sense, the only difference is all you did was say, okay, fight this guy. After the fight, we'll say you champ. Versus, okay, you number one in the division, you champ, fight this guy, you win, you keep the belt, you lose, he get the belt. Same shit. Either way, you got to win your next fight or you don't got the belt. If you're fighting for a vacant title, you lose, you don't got the belt. If they issue you the belt, you lose, you don't got the belt. Same principle. The email term really came from Jamal Charlo and Canelo. Y'all used it with Devin and Lomachenko. And now y'all trying to use it. Not the real Bud fans, the Bud Dickies. Now y'all trying to use it with Jerome Businis, right? But you really got to ask yourself, how did this guy get in position to be issued the belt? Why is this guy issued the belt? And when it comes to Bud and Jerome, they going to try to tell y'all, so y'all can take this and run with it, right? They're going to try to tell y'all he offered them a fight. They had nothing to do with the IBF. They had nothing to do with the IBF. He said, so basically, Haney is a duck. Now, some people feel like that. I don't feel like Haney a duck. Haney ducked Shakur by fighting Regis Prograis at 140. Right? So, okay, so how is Haney the duck, Demetrius? Right? He ducked, so Haney fighting Regis Prograis for a belt, and he ducked Shakur Stevenson. Know what you saying? Know what you saying? I literally just explained before Shakur got in the ring, right? Before Shakur got in that ring, nobody was talking about Shakur versus Devin. That became a thing, right? After Lomachenko fight. Like, we remember Shakur getting in the ring, but we forget that Devin Haney was in the ring first, and Devin Haney said, I'm fighting Regis Prograis next. I'm going to 140 fighting Regis Prograis. And Shakur got in the ring and said, fight me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We forget, like, so if Devin Haney ducked, I'm asking you, Demetrius, Devin Haney ducked Shakur because he fighting Regis Prograis at 140. He's fighting the champ. He's not fighting for a vacant belt, right? Not fighting for a vacant belt, right? He fighting Regis Prograis for his belt. He said he was supposed to go to a purse bid. If he could walk away and drop that belt, he walked away from negotiations and dropped the. Okay, D Bright. Now I'm gonna say it again, right? Before Shakur, Devin and Shakur was not a thing, right? Devin and Shakur was not Jamal and Canelo before Devin got in that ring, right? Nobody was talking about Devin and Shakur fighting, right? Before Shakur got in the ring. It was more talk about Devin moving up in division than it was Devin and Shakur actually fighting one another. Devin and Shakur talk didn't start until after Shakur said what he said, right? Before Shakur got in the ring, Devin said in the ring that I'm going to 140. You calling it a duck. I'm calling it a clout chase on Shakur part, right? What you saying is if, oh, Devin was supposed to fight Shakur, Devin was never supposed to fight Shakur. It was more talk about Devin moving up. Shakur wanted to fight Devin literally right after Devin said, I'm moving up. Devin said, I'm moving up. I'm fighting Regis Prograis. Then Shakur got in the ring and said, I want to fight you. You know what I mean? It wasn't no negotiation between Devin and Shakur because Shakur is not in a position to negotiate. Not in a position to negotiate. Devin said, if you want to fight, right? Devin was already fighting Regis Prograis. He said when Devin got awarded the win against Loma, Shakur entered the ring. Devin exited the ring. He was a champ. Make it right. You still missing what I'm saying. Before Shakur got in the ring, what did Devin say? D. Right. Before Shakur got in the ring, what did Devin say? Do you remember any of that? Do you remember anything he said before Shakur got in the ring? And before Shakur got in that ring, was you talking about Devin fighting Shakur? No. No, nobody was. They got invented that night. Shakur is more popular than he has ever been after that night. He said, don't remember. I know most people don't. Most people don't. Because most people remember is what Shakur said. Right? It was Devin post-fight. That was the plan from the jump. I got an EP that I'm about to do, right? Right. Most people don't remember what Devin said, right? What Shakur did was beautiful. Shakur is more popular for that moment than he is for any fight that he ever been in. Motherfuckers forget that Devin and Shakur wasn't even a fight. Literally, Devin said, I'm moving up in division. I'm fighting Regis Prograis. And Shakur walked in the ring and said, I want to fight. And Devin moved up in division and fought Regis Prograis after offering Shakur a fight, him saying no, and then going to, the W after he was offered the fight, right? First he told, right, Devin Haney to sign a contract, right? Motherfuckers forget that too. And look, and all this is still after Devin Haney said, I'm moving up in the division. Shakur literally waited until Devin Haney opened his mouth and said, I'm moving up in the division to say, I want to fight you. Devin was on top rank for 3 fights. He said, sounds good, but regardless, Bill take the offer Haney 25% because Bob represents Shakur wanted 50. Right. And I could say, that's a duck. That's a duck. To ask for 50% from Devin Haney, you're not the mandatory. I'm going to your fight. He fight on the Thursday, and he asked Devin for 50%. It sounds good because it's the truth. It sounds good because it's the truth. Most people don't even remember what Devin said. So they're not in negotiations. No, they're not in negotiations. Devin is about to fight Regis Prograis at 140. Devin about to fight Prograis at 140. Like he said, right after the fight, nobody spoke before Devin Haney. After that fight. Right? Devin Haney said, I'm moving up. Devin Haney was exiting the ring. Niggas making it, Shakur got in the ring and Devin was leaving, bro. Devin was leaving the ring and Shakur hopped his happy ass in the ring. After Devin just said, I'm going to 140. Now they not negotiations. Shakur said sign the contract. Right? What fucking contract? Right? What contract? Yeah, Shakur went to the commissioning body and asked for a purse bid. Right. You went after he offered you a fight. He offered you a fight. You went to the commissioning body. He offered you a fight. You went to the commissioning body. He offered you a fight. You realize the only belt that Devin don't got is that one belt? Said Devin had a chance to agree. So you go make the A side. So this B side, Shakur go make Devin Haney agree to a purse bid. D. Bright, Devin ducked Shakur because he didn't agree to Shakur purse bid. The undisputed champion of the world ducked. I'm asking you a question, right? So you feel like Devin ducked. So because he didn't agree to Shakur purse bid, let me put this up here, right? So because the undisputed champion of the world didn't agree to somebody else's purse bid, he's the duck. That's what you're saying, right? Before I say what I'm finna say, because I want to make sure I understand what you're saying before I say what I'm finna say. The commissioning body. So, okay, so because, hey, y'all know what this sound like? Floyd Mayweather. But anyway, I digress. Floyd Mayweather. But anyway, I digress. So because the undisputed champion, you see how my question ain't get answered? And I'm going to answer another one of your questions. I'm about to answer another one of your questions, D. Bright, and you still ain't answered my question. He said, did Devin drop the belt? Devin got stripped of the belt, of the WBC belt. He got stripped of the belt. Yes. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Now I'm asking you, because Devin didn't agree to Shakur purse bid, because the undisputed champ of the world didn't agree to Shakur purse bid, that's why Devin is a duck. That's what you're saying. Because he didn't say, okay, I'll go to purse bid with you. Because he didn't say, yeah, I'll go to purse bid with you. He's a duck. Oh, shit. Hey, y'all know why they used to call Floyd Mayweather a duck? Hey, y'all know why? Y'all know why they used to call Floyd a duck? Huh? Y'all know why they used to call Floyd a duck? Because they used to put these dudes as his mandatories, right? And Floyd used to say, okay, we'll fight, but I want this much. I want that much of the fight because I'm worth this and you worth that, right? And they used to say, well, I'm going to take you to purse bid. And you know what Floyd used to do? Okay, bro, you can have that belt. Floyd got stripped too. So from what you saying, D. Bright, right? So A side don't get no say so on what they say, right? So from your side of the field, which is the Bob Arum way, Floyd Mayweather is a duck. Floyd Mayweather is a duck from your side, because that's the same thing they used to do to Floyd Mayweather. That's the same shit they used to do to Floyd Mayweather. The exact same shit. Oh, we gonna make Floyd fight for this. Floyd said, I'm Floyd Mayweather, so I'm gonna make you gotta take this. Well, we gonna take you to the sanctioning body, to this particular sanctioning body, because I know that I could get this one up off you through them. Right? So from what you saying, Floyd Mayweather ducked a lot of motherfuckers. From what you saying, since A side don't get no say so, and what fuck what they talking about. Fuck what the A side talking about, right? Fuck what he talking about. So I'm just trying to see where we coming from, where you coming, how you look at it. That ain't how I look at it. But you feel like because Devin Haney didn't say, yeah, I'll go into a purse bid with you after I offered you something, right? D. Bright, he said, if you really wanted to fight, accept less. Oh, so I'm gonna put that up there. Okay, so now what you're saying is, okay, so D. Bright. So if you really want to fight, accept less than the original 75 he wanted. Okay, so if I'm Shakur Stevenson, right? By that standard, right? By that standard, D. Bright. So why didn't Shakur just take the 25% that Devin offered him? If Devin was just supposed to accept what Shakur said, right? So why didn't Shakur just accept the 25 off top, right? If it's that simple, right? and Devin is the A side. So if the A side, so okay, boom. So now we getting somewhere. Shout out my guy D Bright. So why should Devin, right? So because he wanted more. Boom. Boom. So why should Devin accept less on a purse bid? So why Devin accepting less on his, so Shakur wanted more, Devin want more than, only what Shakur won't matter, right? So Devin ducked because you value Shakur, what Shakur want more than what Devin want, right? Basically. So basically Devin ducked because you value what Shakur wanted more than what Devin want, pretty much. Right? Basically. Pretty much. Like you value, Shakur wanted more. Well, Devin wanted more. Fuck what Devin want, he ducked. Right? Shakur wanted more. He get more. Give him more. Devin want more. Fuck Devin. He ain't shit but undisputed. He ain't did shit but beat Lomachenko. He ain't did shit. You know what I mean? So I got you though. I just want to see, we can agree to disagree. I just want to see where, you know, how we get, how do we come to these conclusions that we be coming to, dog? And that's all I be trying to figure out. Right? So basically, my brother D Bright feel like Devin is a duck because he didn't do what Shakur said. Pretty much. Shakur said do this, Devin said nah. And he a duck. Said because Devin said that the 25% off Shakur was more than he made last for a fight, which was a lie. Right, but if you want the fight, right? But if you want the fight, just take less. If you really want the fight, just take less. If the fight is really what you want, just take less. Just take less. If you really want it, like you shouldn't worry about it. Just take less. That's it. We'll be talking about Devin and Shakur if Shakur just took less, right? Right? The ripple effect, right? Just take less. Just take the 25%. We'll be, just take less. Right? You telling A side, D Bright, shout my nigga D Bright. Shout my nigga, he came back full in the face. D Bright, you missed me talking boxing, don't it, D Bright? Nah, my brother D Bright really missed me talking boxing, bro. I ain't seen my brother D Bright in the fucking longest. I've been talking boxing since Jameer Harris last Tuesday. They popped that Tuesday fight on me. I've been turned. I've been excited. This nigga been in here every goddamn day. Nah, D Bright, you glad I'm talking boxing, and I'm glad that you back. But what I'm saying is, D Bright. What I'm saying is, dog. What I'm saying is, you want the A side. You want the A side to be the B side because you like the B side better. You want the A side to be the B side because you like the B side better. That's what that is. That's what that is, D Bright. You want the A side to be the B side, G. The nigga who supposed to just took it. The nigga who supposed to just took it was Bud. I said Bud. The nigga who supposed to just took it was Shakur, bro. If anybody just was gonna take it, the part that we forget, man, is Bud is Devin had options in that situation. Shakur options were limited. Like the payday, you know, hey, Devin Haney and Regis Prograis getting $6 million for this fight. Devin Haney and Regis Prograis getting $6 million for this fight. Not a piece. Haney getting 4, Prograis getting 2. That's what I'm being told, right? They getting $6 million for this fight. Is Shakur getting $6 million for his next fight? If Devin Haney fights Shakur, Devin Haney would have got more than $6 million. Shakur probably would have got $4 million for fighting Devin, and Devin probably would have got about $8 million. They would have got about $8 million and $4 million. Devin getting $4 million, Prograis getting $2 million for this fight, bro. Devin wouldn't have got that much money fighting Shakur at the price Shakur wanted to fight him at. It wasn't no lie, Brody. Bro, literally, David literally wasn't even planning to fight Shakur, bro. Bro, Devin wasn't even planning to fight Shakur, bro. Devin literally entertained Shakur. Devin literally entertained Shakur because Shakur said he wanted to fight him. Devin was planning to move up to 140 anyway. Shout out my guy Darius Guard, man. Let me say what's up to people in the building, man. I know I skipped over. I wasn't even supposed to be on this long, tell you the truth. I'm supposed to be telling y'all about the Wednesday night fights, but I guess I got to tell y'all about Wednesday night fights at 1:30 because y'all got me, D Brighton woke me the fuck up now. That's crazy. That's crazy. Shout out my guy Darius. Let me say what's up to the people that came in the building. My guy Darius was good there. Darius said people really don't think the undisputed champ doesn't deserve a 5% increase. What the fuck is wrong with these niggas? See, like the A side literally is the A side for a reason, bro. You put yourself into position to be able to do that. Shout out my girl Shay Girl. She said if Wilder was willing to take a flat fee, has something to offer, who is Shakur to ask for more when he has nothing to offer? Didn't even have a belt. Didn't even have one belt. At least Bud had one goddamn belt. At least Bud had one goddamn belt. Like, I know we got our fighters and shit, bro. We got our fighters. We got our fighters we don't like. But I can't let a fight that I like or dislike make me objective in any kind of way. Because then y'all ain't gonna believe what I say. That's why I can see shit right down the middle for what it is. You know what I mean? Objectivity in both sides. I don't think Shakur ducked Devin. But motherfuckers be telling me all the time, Devin ducked Shakur. I be like, how, bro? And then we have these conversations, right? Because it's always a solution to it. It's always a solution to it. For sure. For sure, D-Bright. Now, D-Bright, this is on schedule. This basically what I'm talking about, bro. All this time to it, bro. Shakur's about to fight for a vacant belt. They call Devin the email champ. Devin and Shakur got history. You got Devin and Lomachenko, right? Kind of in a similar situation. Bud and Boots, right? Similar situation. How did we get here? Why did them fights happen? Right? Why didn't they happen? How was Shakur fighting for a vacant belt and you give him more credit than Devin Haney being issued his belt, right? When it's pretty much the same, it's similar things, right? But I think Devin Haney's really should hold more weight, right? And I knew with me saying, I knew what I was doing, I'm tying the two together. I knew somebody was going to say, wait, so Devin Haney dropped his belt, but Devin Haney and Shakur was never supposed to fight. It was never a fucking thing. And it was never a thing. And what we just really got down to the bottom of, right, is that Shakur said sign the contract. It wasn't no fucking contract. Shakur actually got a contract, didn't sign it because he wanted more. And then Devin just went on about his business, what he was finna do in the first place, like he been planning to do the whole fucking time. You get what I'm saying? Basically, what Shakur did was he planted the seed, like Bud did with Earl all them years ago, man. He could, because if he really, I'm not even saying Shakur Stevenson duck, but if he really wanted to fight Devin, y'all, we'll be talking about Devin versus Shakur right now. And then people want to tell me, right? If he really wanted to fight him, y'all, we will be talking about Devin versus Shakur right now. And then people want to tell me, well, Devin never offered Shakur a contract. Now the thing is, right, Devin never offered Shakur a contract. Okay, let's just say that that's true, right? Let's just say that that's true. Let's just say that Shakur never offered Devin a contract. Is Bob Arum the same one that not said that Shakur got it, that Devin Haney could fight Teofimo Lopez, he could fight Shakur Stevenson, or he could fight Lomachenko? People forget real quick. What happened after that. Devin Haney said, I'll fight Teofimo Lopez. What Teofimo Lopez do? Real question. Real questions, y'all. Y'all remember that Bob Arum, now the same guy that said Devin didn't send him a real offer, right? Y'all remember when he said Devin could fight Teo, Shakur, or Lomachenko? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Real question. I want y'all to answer that. Real question. Y'all remember when Bob Arum said that? Because I want to make sure that I ain't crazy. I want to make sure I ain't crazy, right? Right. D Bright, A side and B side is not necessarily determined in the ring, right? A side and B side is determined in the crowd. I'm gonna say it again. A side and B side isn't really determined inside of the ring. A side and B side is determined by everything outside of the ring. You could be more superior to a fighter inside of the ring. Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya. But your worth, your income, what you generate is your A side and your B side. That's not determined by your skill set in the ring. It's not. A side is something that you accumulate over time through the decisions you make with the fights in your career. How much you generate is determined the A side or the B side. And right now, Devin Haney is A side over everybody under 147, not named Gervonta Tank Davis. Once people start to accept that just a little bit, people understand how this shit really works. You know what I mean? Right, D Bright. And that's what it is. And it really has nothing to do with how good you are, right? Edwin De Los Santos will probably whoop Rolling ass. Matter of fact, Edwin De Los Santos will whoop Rolly's ass. Will whoop his ass from the first round to whenever he knocked Rolling ass out. De Los Santos will whoop Rolling ass from whenever the fight start to whenever the fight ends. From what we call pillar to post. That's when he go whoop Rolling ass too, right? But when they negotiating that fight, guess who gonna be getting their ass whooped in negotiation? Guess who gonna be getting their ass whooped when they negotiating that fight between Edwin De Los Santos and Rolly Romero? Y'all take a guess with me. Who y'all think gonna be getting their ass whooped in negotiations? Rolly Romero and Edwin De Los Santos. But who y'all think gonna be getting their ass whooped when that fight starts? But I digress. He's, I don't care how these dudes act. I want to see the fight, but honestly, it should be a guarantee. If we win now, we have to fight again later in our career. I like that. Darius Gillis said, niggas don't like Deb because his style D Bright. That's lame as fuck, bro. Niggas not D Bright. Love Narate with this with that slot bad style. But hey, Devin for actually boxing. Shout out my guy Darius. But Regis is the B side, right? Just to kind of get into it, D Bright. Regis is the B side. He is the B side to David, not because of his skill, not because he ain't earned it. Me and OTB was having this conversation yesterday. Me and OTB was having a conversation. He's not the B side to Regis, not the B side to Devin because he ain't accomplished. Let's really get free in that division. Regis is more accomplished overall, right? goddamn, Regis, man, you know what I mean? Devin may be even career-wise, not in that division because Devin never fought in that division, but career-wise, Devin may already be, and I love Regis. I love the Rougarou, but he may already be more accomplished than the Rougarou. If he get this second division, they'll have both. They both will have two divisions, and Devin will have an undisputed. You know what I mean? That'd be tough, yo. That'd be tough. You know what I mean? But as a career-wise, they about tit for tat, right? And Regis got more rank in this division. But as far as popularity, I agree with that, D-Bright. I agree with that. As far as popularity, right, is Devin. Devin's name is just hotter right now. You know what I mean? His name is hotter. He's the bigger draw. And they, inside of the ring, accompaniment-wise, they bout close. You know what I mean? They bout wasn't what. So, man, Devin Haney is clearly the A-side versus Regis. The inside of the ring is not as big as gap as it is outside of the ring. True enough. You know what I mean? But outside of the ring, it's a big gap there. You know what I mean? Outside of the ring. It's a big gap there. My guys, he said, they say rolling from Julio. Facts. Julio, he said, it will be dope if his boy really acted like his boy. It will be dope if his boy really acted like his boy. What you talking about, BC? Shout out my guy, BC. What you talking about, BC? Everyone's sleeping on Regis, but that shit going to change. So, right, I'm not sleeping. Who's sleeping, bro? When did niggas start sleeping on Regis, bro? Like, nah, for real, though. You see how much people hate Devin, though, D-Bright? Listen to this shit. D-Bright, how did people talk about Regis' program before he signed to fight Devin Haney? Or is it, what is it, though? Like, what? Since when did Regis' program become a duck? Like, people are telling me that he ducked somebody by fighting program. Not Pedro Campa, not Emmanuel Tago, not Mario Barrios. But y'all telling me he ducked somebody for fighting program? Tougher fight. First fight at 140. What's the tougher fight? Regis program or Mario Barrios? What's the tougher fight at 140? Mario Barrios or Regis program? First fight. Real question. But I'm a hater. I'm a hater if I say shit like that. They gonna make Regis program. A duck. Devin is a duck for fighting program. They gonna make Regis program BC. I know you're an extra smart ass nigga, BC. Who would you rather fight, BC? With your skill set. That's what we talking about. We talking about you. That's what we talking about you. What's the easier fight for you? At 140. If you fight at 140, what's the easier fight for you? That's what we talking about for you. Everybody, I really want y'all to answer this question. I'm gonna answer it with y'all. For your skill set, oh, that's terrible. I digress. Okay, that's cool. For sure. Okay, I digress. Wow, shit, that boy, wow. That's terrible, BC. Okay, BC. Okay, cool. Okay, for sure. For sure. Damn. Oh, shit. Oh. All right, for sure, dude. For sure, dude, BC. BC Tyson, dog. BC Tyson. He won't reach right there in his face. All right, cool. He won't reach right there in his face. For sure. For sure. BC, I think you might be the only nigga. I think you might be the only nigga. I think you might be the only nigga though who think Mario Barrios at 140 is an easier fight. Oh shit. It's crazy. It's crazy what Regis program now. It's crazy how we talk about Regis now. Niggas would have never been talking like this a year ago, 2 years ago. Like it's crazy though, but it happens all the time, bro. When certain fighters, bro, fight certain fighters, it's like bro, it never fails. I have never heard people talk about Regis. Bro, Regis is an easy fight. Regis is an easy fight at 140 now. We just talking about how Regis beat Josh Taylor. You know what I mean? Regis is an easy fight now. That shit would be wild to me though. That shit really be wild to me, dog. Like it's wild to me though. Like when certain fighters touch certain fighters, bro. Crazy. I have never heard people talk like this about Regis. Never heard people talk like this about Regis. Never, dog. Regis is an easy fight now. Niggas is ducking because they want to fight Regis now. Man, I didn't heard it all, man. Shay, like since when? Like Mario Barrios now. We actually what big man? What fight has Mario Barrios been in? Wow. Like this wild. It's wild, man. So what style fighter is damn, that's crazy, man. But now look though, but that's where we at though. Like that's where we at. Like that's where we at, man. But that's where we at though. That's where we at. That's where we at though. That's where we at, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, dog. That's crazy. But Regis got one loss. Barrios been getting beat the fuck up in every big fight he in. He been getting beat the fuck up in every big fight he in. Regis Prograis got one loss to a nigga he probably beat. Like a nigga just like he had nigga eye. Regis had nigga eye like this, right? And niggas like I'd rather fight Regis. Niggas like man, I would rather fight Regis than Mario Barrios. Like, no, man. Nah, man. Ain't nowhere, in no world. I guarantee you. Regis. Regis. He said Barrios just beat Ugas. Ain't Ugas 40? Yeah, 47. Ain't he like 40? He fight at 47 and he's 40. The BC nigga like, man, I'd rather fight Regis. Nigga like, I'd rather fight Regis. Man, yep, give me Regis. Give me Regis, man. Give me. We really didn't get here, nigga like, man, yep. Like, I'm taking Regis ain't that good. Regis ain't that good. He lost to BC. He lost to Josh Taylor. Like Josh Taylor only. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, dog. Oh shit. All right, I feel you, God body. All I'm saying, God body. All up, God body. God body. You pick it. You rather fight Barrios. Barrios was punching. He didn't. Tank wasn't bleeding. Tank didn't fall. Tank didn't budge. Tank 5'3". Tank is 5'3", bro. Barrios is goddamn 5'10". He punched on that man. That nigga ain't bleed. That nigga ain't move. Tank ass ain't wobble. Tank ass ain't do shit. Man, if Regis hit you, bro, your ass is going to break, dog. For real. Y'all better get for real in here, dog. I done been, bro. Have y'all been in the ring with have y'all been in the ring with really good amateurs? Bro, Barrio, oh, y'all, come on, dog. Man, come on, dog. Come on. Dog, Barrios, bro, stop playing. And Tank still knock his ass out. D-Bright. Did y'all see what Keith Thurman did to him? How big y'all think Keith Thurman is? Y'all do know Barrios is tailor-made to lose to fucking little people. And y'all telling me y'all rather fight fucking Regis Prograis. What he did to Ugas, bro, that man damn near died in the ring, bro. His eye was bleeding for a week after Earl Spence, bro. I don't want to hear what he did to Ugas. You must forget what Thurman did to him. D-Bright. You must forget what Thurman did to him. You must forget what Thurman did to him, dog. You must forget what Thurman did to that man, dog. Bro, Barrios didn't drop Thurman. Come on, dog. Come on, man. Come on, dog. So y'all think Barrios beat Regis Prograis? Y'all think Barrios beat Regis? Who y'all got? Y'all got Barrios, y'all got Regis. Oh, this finna get good. This finna get good. Wow, we really, bro. Barrios been getting beat the fuck up his whole life. I really gotta compare Barrios to Regis. Wow. God damn. No, I'm not even finna do Regis like that because he's not, bro. Y'all want to a nigga telling me Devin Haney is disrespecting Regis Prograis by making him B-side, but y'all niggas telling me y'all would rather fight Regis Prograis. Y'all would rather fight Regis Prograis than Barrios. But y'all telling me Devin is disrespecting. Man, that nigga, Devin ain't supposed to give Regis shit, dog. He ain't supposed to give him nothing. He ain't supposed to give. Bro, you think Barrios is a smarter fighter than Regis? Oh! Bro, Barrios got a high. Barrios got a higher IQ than Regis, is what you telling me? Mario Barrios. Oh my God, bro. Oh my, bro. Do you think y'all think Mario Barrios beat William Zepeda? Hold on. Who win? Jose Zepeda or Mario Barrios? Jose Barrios. Oh my God. Jose Zepeda or Mario Barrios? Who y'all get? Who y'all think win that fight? Jose Zepeda or Mario Barrios? Oh my God. Y'all finna make me roll up. Jose, who y'all get? She said, who y'all get? Y'all get Jose Zepeda or y'all get Mario Barrios? Who y'all get, man? Come on, dog. Come on now, man. Oh my God. Oh my God. Mario's. Oh, what's it? What makes us say that, bro? What the fuck? What? Oh my God, dog. What has he? Ugas? Oh my God, bro. Dog. Y'all do realize. Oh my God. Fucking. Oh shit. Oh shit, man. Oh shit. He at 47. Bruh, this man ain't done shit but get beat up. What has Barrios done outside of get beat up? I know them. I know. Might be getting beat up here, bro. Fucking Ugas, bro. Ugas might not fight again. You know, hey, look. you know why? You know why he turned down? You know why he turned down Ugas fight and Mario Barrios took it? Because you see what Keith Thurman did to Barrios? That's what Keith Thurman was gonna do to Ugas. Fuck. That's why. Why? Why would you fight Ugas? He done. He done, man. He done, dog. He done, man. Yeah, bro. He did, bro. He was all, bro. First of all, bro, bro, did y'all not see what Earl? Did we forget what Earl Smith did to Ugas, bro? Why we see? Bro, what is we talking about, bro? What is we talking about? Look at who we talking about. Y'all saying Ugas, y'all telling me Barrios could beat up Regis, bro, because he beat up Ugas, bro. After he damn near died in fucking Dallas. I saw him almost die in Dallas, bro. This nigga eye was closed, bro. And that shit was leaking blood. This nigga real was in his fucking stomach having a party, dog. It's what he said. Bro, so, oh my God, bro. Barrios. Yo. Y'all realize Barrios had a fight before he fought Tank that they said that he lost? Y'all know that? He's always saying EJ's done after Bud beat the shit out of him. Okay, D-Bright. So, all right, so how did we get here? Right, boom. Okay, so how old is Earl Spence? How old is Earl Spence? Right. How old is Earl Spence? How old is Earl Spence? D-Bright. How old is your James Ugas? How old is your James Ugas? How old is your James Ugas? how old is he said 600? He said 612. How old is Ugas? Right? That's all I'm getting at, dog. That's all he said. Oh man! All right, so that's what I'm saying, dog. That's what I'm saying to you, right? That's all I'm saying, dog. Like, come on, man. Two things can be the same, bro. Two things can be true, bro. And then two things can be similar, and two things can be different, dog. Y'all know that's different, bro. Ugas and Earl coming out beatings are different, bro. There's different things, bro. And age is just one thing. I could factor into size. I could factor into durability. I could factor into shape. And then I could use age and shit, right? But, bro, it's just like as simple as age, bro. It's two different things, man. It's two different. He said Ugas got grandkids. Two different things, man. I only think he's 40, he like maybe 37 or some shit like that, right? But that's even old for a boxer, right? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But all I'm saying is, man, it's not the same, dog. That man was done after Errol Spence, bro. He damn near died. Earl was talking after the fight. Earl did not go to the hospital. It's not the same thing, D. Right? No, Earl was at the press conference. Earl did the post-fight press conference. Ugas, they tried to chopper Ugas out. We thought Ugas got chopper out the stadium because the helicopter took off. They couldn't even chopper him because it was gonna be too much pressure on his face. Ugas was in the ambulance going to the hospital. Earl Spence did the fucking press conference, bro. He got up and did the press conference. Two different things happened that night. Dog. It was not the same thing. Earl was not rushed to the hospital right after the fight. Earl did not have internal bleeding. Earl eye was not shut closed and still bleeding out his eye. Earl eye was not bleeding a week after that fight was over. Two different things happened that night. It looked bad, but two different things happened, dog. Two different things happened, dog. Hey, Godbody still trying to sell me on Barrio. Godbody still trying to sell me Barrio stuff. Oh shit, Godbody still trying to sell me the hardest fight, dog. Oh, he still trying to say, bro. No, bro. I'm not even finna let y'all pretend y'all think fucking Barrios a harder fight than Regis. As many times y'all seen that Barrios boy get beat up, dog. I don't care where he's from. I don't care how much you like him. I don't give a fuck about none of that, dog. I can like a nigga, he still can get beat up. I don't give a fuck where he's from. I've been beat up. If I can say I've been beat up, I damn sure ain't finna lie and cap for no other motherfucker. Fuckers you talking about? You ain't undefeated. And if you undefeated, fight me then, because I'm mad you undefeated and I'm not. Fuck you talking about? I'm jealous. Fuck it. I don't want to hear that shit, man. If that man lost, that man lost. I don't give a fuck where he from. I don't give a fuck if it was my brother. I don't give a fuck if it was me. If you lost, goddamn it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? That man lost. He said, you think T.O. can be Regis? I think T.O. got a good chance because T.O. can box and he got power and he can move. I think he got a good chance. Right? I think T.O. got a chance to be Regis. Hell yeah. Devin and Tank, Tank and Devin, T.O. and Tank. You know what I mean? Throw Shakur in the mix. Them the fights I want to see. Them the fights that I want to see. Yep. Them the fights I want to see. He said T.O. can beat Devin too. He most definitely can. And Devin can beat him too. You know? T.O. can beat Devin. But Devin can beat T.O. also. That's why I want to see it. Because I ain't sure who gonna win the fight. Shout out my guy D Bright. I ain't know you all send me a cash app, brother. Shout out my guy D Bright in that cash app. Let me see what D Bright said. You didn't say they just mess with me. Let me see what he said. He didn't say shit. Payment. Oh, correct. Shout out my guy D Bright in that cash app. Appreciate it. Shout out my guy D Bright. Let me drop the flames for the game. Well, yeah, I ain't like, look, bro, I'm not one of them niggas, but I'm not gonna tell you no, bro, it's a fight, bro. It's a fight, bro. I think I can whoop everybody in the world. and when I lost the fight, I was so shocked. I went to my house, nigga. I was about motherfucking 20. Nigga, I was about 24-0 before I took my first ass whooping. Nigga, fuck what you talking about? I'm a beast out here. Fuck what you talking about? But even I got. I was about 24-0, nigga, before I took my first ass whooping. I took my first ass whooping. Nah, Fred, I was probably about like 17, 16, so I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at it. Then I took my first ass whooping. I was like, man, I sat at home so long that I was like, man, I got beat up, bro. I got beat up. I can't believe I got beat up. Man, I got beat up. My first ass whooping after I've learned how to fight, right? You know, when you felt it, took my first ass whooping. I'm like, man, bro, I ain't got, man. She fucked me up, man. So, nigga, it can happen, motherfucker. Sometimes she just might not go your way. You might take a step back. You might turn your motherfucking ankle. It just happened. You could lose a motherfucking fight, bro. You could lose a motherfucking fight. You know what I'm saying? It could happen, dog. I can see ways Tio can beat up Devin. And I can see ways Devin can beat up Tio. I can't see no way Ryan Garcia beat up Gervonta Tank Davis. Can't see it. I don't see a way that Eastside Cruz beat up Gervonta Tank Davis. I can see a way that Shakur could beat Tank Davis. I can see a way that Devin could beat Tank Davis. I can see a way Tio could beat Tank Davis. Anyway, I ain't saying they're going to do it. I said I can see a way. Those are the fights I want to see. I don't want to see you fight nobody I don't think got a chance of fucking with you. I don't want to see you fight nobody I think don't got a chance because now you a bully. Now you a bully. When you fight people who can't beat you up, that's a bully. I don't watch boxing to see bullies. I don't want to see that shit. I hate that shit. That shit cringy. That shit cringy. Right? I don't like seeing people who I know don't stand a chance. Right? I don't like seeing the fight go ding ding and then go out there poop 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 bust his ass up. You know what I mean? I really don't like that shit. Some people get a kick out of it. I don't like seeing that shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't like seeing that shit. BC, I gotta tell you about these Wednesday night fights. I'm finna roll up. Y'all got me in here talking all this boxing and shit. I gotta get to the Wednesday night fight. We got fights today, my nigga. And it's 3 good fights today. We got fights today, tomorrow, and Saturday. Holla at your boy. The good fights tomorrow. So let's get our ass in there. But we finna talk about these Wednesday night fights right on this next stream. And we about to do this right here. And also, we gonna talk about the Thursday night fights as well a little bit, right? So I'm gonna do the Wednesday night fights, right? But I'm gonna put the Thursday night fights in there and shit. But I'm still do my fight breakdown predictions for the Thursday night fights. You know what I mean? He said everybody can be touched and get slept. Only one got away was Ward, Mayweather, Lopez, Marciano. And I feel like, right, matter of fact, and look, D, right? It's people who feel like Floyd ducked somebody. Yep, BC, you got $2 left. Yep, you got 2 stones left, BC. Yep. It's people who feel like Floyd ducked somebody. It's people who feel like Ward ducked somebody. It's people who feel like Lopez ducked somebody. It's people who feel like Marciano ducked somebody, right? It's people who feel like Floyd lost to somebody. It's people who feel like Ward lost to somebody. It's people who feel like Lopez lost to somebody. It's people who feel like Marciano lost to somebody, right? It's going to always be questions even about your O, right? You know what I mean? So even then, it's a discussion in it somewhere. If you never fought nobody, bro, if we can't look at nobody, Joe Calzaghe, it's a lot of people feel like, right, situational, like Joe Calzaghe fought a lot of motherfuckers. They say he fought all over when he was old. It's always something behind everybody's something, right? So, you know what I'm saying? It can happen. Somebody can feel like you lost even when you feel like you won, right? I can walk away from a fight feeling like I whooped D. Bright. D. Bright can walk away from a fight feeling like he did enough under the circumstances where he won the fucking fight. Me being however old I am, right? D. Bright being however old he is, right? I'm supposed to beat D. Bright up. We go in there, big D. Bright get up with me. People gonna walk away from that fight, and these niggas I know gonna be like, "Hey, bro, you let that man get on your ass." Don't they gonna tell me? Because that's how we look at it. If we feel like you supposed to get a nigga and he equal to you, yeah, bro, you let that man whoop your ass. And that's how black people work, right? That's how I sometimes, right? That's why sometimes, right, older nigga, right, Lomachenko could get on a younger nigga ass, like could teach him a lesson, not even beat him in the fight, Devin Haney, right? But he could do just good enough, right, where niggas be like, hey, bro, you let that old nigga, hey, bro, that was a little closer than, that's a little closer than, he said, whose fault is it niggas is on? Right now, it could be your fault that you waited till a nigga old, BC. Right, BC, I probably couldn't have fucked with you. Right, BC, I probably couldn't have fucked with you back in your day. Right? But if I know you shit, if I know you 10 years, my nigga, and I come forward with you 10 years ago, right? And I wait 10 years later to pump my nuts up and be like, yeah, I want to fight that BC nigga now. You could have been like, hey, bro, where the fuck was you at 10 years ago? Right, when I wanted to smoke. Right? I waited till you got old. It ain't nobody's fault, right? It ain't nobody's fault, but I waited till you got old, motherfucker. You know what I mean? But that old nigga, that pride ain't gonna let you be like, right, BC, bro, that pride ain't your fault because you gonna take the fight. That pride ain't let you be like, bro, I ain't finna. Hey, I mean, one time, me and Ricky was up here talking, right? My uncle Rick, we was up here talking, right? We be talking shit. We were talking, and then I told Rick, I was like, "Yeah, nah, Rick, you can't fuck with me right now. You too old right now, Rick." Rick was like, "Well, Rick." Rick was like, "Yeah, I'm a little old." He was like, Rick was like, "I ain't no hold on, nigga. You ain't just been a dog walk. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?" He was like, "You ain't just been a bro. That pride in you, bro." You ain't finna just let no nigga. You ain't finna just let no nigga just. You know what I mean? You ain't finna just let no nigga. You know what I mean? You ain't finna like, I ain't finna. What the fuck you mean? All right, strap him up. You know what I mean? Strap him up. It don't. They just had work, bro. They just had work, dog. Yeah, BC, and that shit worked to a certain. You know, like Floyd Mayweather. If Floyd, like, think about this. If age really didn't matter, right, Floyd still be whooping everybody's ass, right? He'll still be whooping all these young niggas' ass, right? But even the best, at some point, right, it becomes your body just move different at some point, right? It might be a little later for others, a little earlier for others, right? But at some point, your body just don't do it, right? And Floyd could probably still beat like the top 30 boxers, right? 30 and down, right? Give or take 50 and down for sure, right? Let's go for sure. 50 and down, right? Florida probably still beat them niggas, right? But with the level he fight at, that top 10 level, man, Floyd ain't trying to be in there, man. Because it's really going to be life and death now. He maybe could beat some of them top 10 niggas, but it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. You know what I mean? And no, bro, at some point, no. It's just, you know, at some point, nah. You know what? One day, I probably still can't beat no Floyd, right? But at some point, my trash has to be able to beat no Floyd one day. At some point, right? At some point, right? I probably won't be able to whoop Floyd as long. Floyd probably able to whoop my ass until he's 76, right? But when Floyd turns 77, I'm gonna get on Floyd's ass. You know, I'm gonna get on his ass. Ain't nothing he gonna be able to do about it. You know what I mean? It's just it be like that, dog. You know what I mean? He said, "Shit, I'm fast for 46, right? You ain't gonna be fast you is at 46, at 56, BC. And that's when that young nigga gonna call you out. That's when he gonna come for your head, BC, right there. And that's when he gonna come for your head, BC. You gonna wait till you 56. You fast at 46. You ain't gonna be that fast at 56, nigga. And that's when that young whippersnapper gonna come like, hey, what's up with you, old man? What you gonna say, BC? You're like, what's up with you, old man? What you gonna say? Oh God, at 46, I'm still gonna box his ass, BC. He said, you funny for this kid. He said, Floyd better not turn 7. Oh God, Floyd better not turn 77. I'm gonna get on his ass. He turned 77. Wait, when he turned 77, he ain't gonna be able to fuck with me then. No, he ain't gonna be able to fuck with me then. He said, Floyd grandson got something for your ass. Hey, Floyd grandson really is like that, dog. No, Floyd grandson really is like that, dog. No, that young man, that NBA young man, dog. NBA young man really is like that, dog. NBA Grand Floyd. NBA Grant Fluid, dog. That boy really is like that, bro. That man got technique. That nigga been at the. I said, bro, that man fucking Floyd. I said, bro, he doing the Floyd Mayweather rock. That nigga ain't even fucking two. I said, bro, is this my? I said, bro, is he doing the fucking Floyd Mayweather rock, bro? I said, bro, ain't no way this little nigga like that already. I said, bro, he gonna hurt somebody. I said, that little dude gonna hurt somebody, bro. That little nigga gonna hurt somebody, dog. Cause ain't no way. Ain't no way, dog. Ain't no way. Ain't no motherfucking way, dog. But look, though, Deontay Wilder about to have a press conference, right? They about to do that little press conference shit. I'm actually gonna let this thing run about 3 more minutes. I like round numbers. I gotta do my Wednesday night fights. I'm gonna do my Wednesday night fights after that press conference go off. All right. He said 140. 147 was a good AB. It's AB at 140 at 147. He had 140, right? But he ain't really had a full fight at 140. Yeah, he been fighting at 143, 145, 142, shit like that. You know what I mean? He ain't really had a full fight at. But I digress, right? All right. Y'all catch on the other side, man. Y'all catch on the other side.